guys, my name is Patricia Ruiz. I'm a bilingual speech language pathologist, and today I am here because I want to talk to you again about stuttering. Stuttering is one of the things I love most about my profession, and is one of the things that I am most interested to help out in. So today I want to talk to most of the people that leave me these comments on my YouTube channels about how they lock themselves up in their room, how they're depressed, how life sucks, how it's a curse, how all these horrible things. And I just want to tell you guys that I know it sucks, I do, and it's very, very, very difficult to want to communicate and be stuck and not be able to, and to feel like people judge you. And I know it's rough, but I'm here today because I want to show you guys hope, and I want to show you the light at the end of the tunnel, and I want to tell you that it'll get better, and you can minimize it, you can make it better. You just need to have patience, and you need to have patience with yourself in the work that you have to do. So let's just explain a little bit about stuttering, right? Stuttering, everybody knows what it is. It is a disfluency when you're trying to communicate, and there's 3 types of stuttering. There is repetitions, when you repeat either the first syllable of the first word. There's blocks, when you get stuck and nothing comes out, not even air. And there's prolongations, when you make the word really long, awkwardly long, instead of, making it the way that it should sound. So those are the 3 different types: repetitions, prolongations, and blocks. The most severe one is blocks. So let's start off there, right? Because people ask, okay, how severe is stuttering? Well, stuttering is a huge gray area, right? There's something very mild to something very severe. The severity varies. You're not always severe and you're not always mild, right? You can have moments where your stuttering is severe, and then a few days later you can have moments where your stuttering is, relatively mild. So let me give you a little background. So how many people stutter would you think, or would you even guess, right? In America, there's only 1% of the population stutter. That makes it, I think, about 3 million Americans stutter, right? And there's even some celebrities that stutter, and a lot of famous people that stutter as well. So it shouldn't discourage you from actually achieving your dreams or going after what you want, because you can. Even if you stutter, you can still achieve everything and the life you've always wanted to be or to live. So I printed out here from the National Stuttering Association, right? And they have an actual chart of 18 famous celebrities who stutter, right? And if you look, you'd be super amazed. I mean, Emily Blunt is on there, Ed Sheeran is there, even Marilyn Monroe is on here. So whenever you have a chance, or you feel a little bit bummed or a little bit kind of depressed about yourself, don't. Many celebrities have stuttered. Many successful people, many intelligent people have stuttered, and they've been okay. They've actually succeeded in life. So don't get depressed and don't lock yourself up in the room. My advice to you is, as a speech pathologist, we do treat stuttering, right? We treat disfluency in the sense that we treat and give you tips on how to make your fluency or your language more fluent. But we don't treat the emotional part that comes with it. So I always recommend to all my patients that stutter to please seek psychological help, a therapist. Yes, stuttering is not a psychological condition per se. It's not a mental condition. It's not a condition, that will be treated by a psychologist. But the aftermath of stuttering, such as your fear of speaking or your anxiety of speaking, that is the part that we treat with the psychologist, right? Because we can treat how to talk better, and we can give you all the tips on how to speak more fluent. But if you already have a fear and you're already apprehensive and anxious about it, you should seek help with a psychologist, because a psychologist with a speech pathologist is the best combination at actually getting you to feel better about yourself. And that's the point of this video. I want everybody who stutters to feel good about themselves, because the moment you start feeling good, that's like the first obstacle to actually getting to speak more fluently, is to feel better about you. And like I said in my last video, you want to tell people that you stutter, because it shows that you accepted it. And once you accept it, it can get better. But the first step at getting better is you admitting it, and admitting it to others, because once you do that, you take the pressure off of other people, of you thinking that they know you stutter, or of what people are going to think of you. Because if you say it right from the beginning, then that pressure's off. I also wanted to tell you guys a few foundations, right, that are out there that are resourceful for you guys, and you can look and you can get, you could feel better. You could read up on it. You can see how many other people are stuttering. You can see their support groups. There's so many useful links and resources and famous people and things you can actually look on these websites that can help. So one of the first one is the Stuttering Foundation. That one's awesome. It has so much information about everything. Like I said, it has, little tips on celebrities and what they did. It also has SOPs that can help. It has education, it has resources, it has how to educate others, how to help yourself, it has support groups, it has a lot of things. So there's also another one called the National Stuttering Association, which I think their link is, or their website is westutter.org, and they also have different chapters and different things, and they all give a lot of really good tips and resources for you guys to actually look at, so you can read up and you can actually educate yourself and not knock yourself down all the time. Actually educate yourself and feel good about all the information that you're learning. So another little tip that I wanted to also tell you guys is that stuttering is more common in males than it is in females. It's about 3 to 4 times more common in males than it is in females. Just so you know, it doesn't mean that girls don't stutter. It just means that it's more common in males. Also, a question I get all the time is about how do you cure it? Unfortunately, at this precise moment, there's no research-backed data that has a cure or a treatment or medicine or therapy or anything that can cure every single person that stutters the same exact way, right? It varies. Even though there is no cure for it, there is definitely a huge potential where you can control your fluency skills and you can actually minimize it to a way where most people wouldn't even notice that you stutter, right? And these tips that we give, or that I give, or the associations give, the website gives, they're tips that you need to practice on, and there's tips that you can actually do, and you'll see that as you go along and you practice the tips, your fluency will get better, right? But the best and most useful tip I can give you is that you have to feel good about you. You have to feel good about you. So whether you stutter or not, you have to feel good about you and the way you communicate. Once you go over that hurdle, everything will be better after that. We can give you so many tips on trying to make it better. If you at any moment feel, depressed or upset, I would really urge you to seek, counseling to help you get through the hurdle, to help you feel better and get rid of all those anxious feelings you may have about talking or about communicating. So I wanted to just make this really short videos because I wanted to tell you guys that A, you'll get better. B, there's so many resources out there. There's so many websites. There's so much uplifting people that have stuttered, that have actually gotten their stuttering under control. I wanted to give you some websites that you guys can be part of, and I wanted to give you a few more little tips on how to make it better. Somebody wrote me a comment about tapping, right? Tapping makes it better because when you tap, you count out syllables, right? And in return, you do a lot of things. So let's see. One little tip I'm going to give you in this terms of therapy, speech therapy tips, right? Today I want to talk to you about pacing, right? Pacing is when you pace out every syllable. So the goal for you to reduce your stuttering is to talk slow. If you noticed in my video, I talk fast, right? And if I talk fast, sometimes I might pause, get a little stuck, right? We don't want to do that. We want to talk slow. Every single time you talk slow, you won't be stuck as easily, right? Because you're going through every single word very, very slow. Your articulators are moving, right? You're feeling your tongue, your lips move in a certain way. It gives your brain time to process what you're going to say next. And it also reduces your rate of speaking, making it go slow. So you're more aware, you have more proprioception of what you're saying next, right? So it reduces your ways of stuttering, right? It reduces any stuttering moments that you may have. So we want to talk slow. And when you pace, meaning you count out every syllable, right? That's what pacing means. Pacing means you tap. And what do you tap to? What beat? You tap to a Obviously, that sounds very unnatural, right? But what we want is for you to practice that, to practice the pacing as you speak slow. And I want everybody to try it. All the people that always ask me, is there a cure? Can I get better? Try pacing, right? Try pacing very small sentences. Don't try pacing a whole conversation because you're just gonna get overwhelmed, right? Try a very simple 3-word phrase. I love you. I like to eat. We've increased the phrase by one more word, right? So I would repeat 3 phrases for a little bit, and then I would repeat 4 paces for a little bit, pacing. Once you do that, and you're comfortable with that, we can add 5 words, and then maybe you can have a conversation. But I want you to try pacing. Leave me the comments below. Let me know how it went. Look at the foundations I've shared with you today. There's plenty more. You could just Google it and you'll find so many. Look at the foundations that are there. Look at the resources. Read the uplifting stories. Get a counselor if you feel like you need one to help you kind of deal with your anxiety and your fears about communication. And just let me know. Let me know how it goes. I'm always here. I love to hear your comments. I want to thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel. And just hang in there. It'll definitely get better. Thank you for watching.